Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? I'm so glad that you're here with me again. How is your summer? Is it going well? I hope so. Well, I'm Acadiana's mother, Goose, and I'll be reading a story from an author today that writes children's books, and I'm so excited to read it to you. And after this is done, you can find me on Facebook, or you can find me on my YouTube channel, Acadiana's Mother Goose, where I have lots of other stories being read. Okay? And I even have my sister on there, Acadiana's Mrs. Santa Claus. She's also reading a book too. Well, let's see what we have today. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a great book. Mickey on the Move. It's by Michelle Wagner, illustrated by Jenny Phelps, and it's a Mom's Choice Award honoring excellence. It's a heartfelt, true story that will inspire you. That sounds like a good idea, right? Let's see what we have here. The author dedicated this to her son, Charles Michael Wagner, who has shown me unconditional love. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see what we have here. That's Mickey on the Move. Okay? The neighborhood was noisy as everyone got ready for the first day of the new school year. Kids ran around looking for lost sneakers and backpacks and books. Their parents scrambled after them, warning them not to be late or to leave anything behind. Lazy summer mornings were all over now. Just one house on the block was nice and calm. Mickey and his mom sat down and had breakfast together and reviewed the plan one last time. His mom had already talked to all of the teachers and staff, even the principal, to arrange Mickey's classes and schedule. Even though Mickey was starting 6th grade at a big new school, he wasn't worried. After all, this was the 5th new school he'd started. Mickey was used to being on the move. And there's Mickey and his mom getting ready to have breakfast. I just love the pictures. Gathering his backpack, Mickey climbed on his trusty bike. He was excited to pedal over the 2 short blocks to his new school. His mom used to have to drive him all over the place for hours and hours each day just to go to school. For a little bit, she even went with him. They sat in the classroom together and learned American Sign Language and practiced speaking. See? There's Mickey riding his bike to school, saying hi to one of his friends, and then his mom's driving him when she used to drive him to school, and she'd go to the doctor appointments with him. And that's all of them right there. Mickey doesn't hear things the same way that most of his friends do. His mom realized when he was very young that he couldn't hear at all. Though many people who are deaf or have a hard time hearing can use hearing aids to make everything louder, those things didn't help Mickey. Mickey and his mom visited many doctors and experts, and before he even turned 3 years old, he had surgery on his ears. The doctor gave him a bilateral cochlear implants, which are tiny electronic devices that send signals directly to the parts of the brain in charge of hearing. Here is Mickey and his mom, and here it is how they set it up for the cochlear implants so he can hear. Right there. When Mickey arrived at his brand new school, his friend Lola was already waiting outside for him. Mickey and Lola are in the 6th grade together, and they have known each other their whole lives. When other kids and teachers need to pay closer attention to what Mickey is saying, Lola always helps out. She's a great friend. There's Mickey and his friend Lola, and they're getting ready to go into the school. He's very fortunate to have such a good friend, isn't he? For some classes, Mickey spends more time with a teacher in a quieter room. That way, he can concentrate harder on things like reading, math, and speech. He spends most of his day in the classroom with Lola and the rest of the kids. His teacher wears a special microphone that is connected with Mickey's cochlear implants so he can understand everything. Mickey is very creative, and his favorite class is art. He loves drawing and painting pictures of his trusty bike, as well as cars and motorcycles. Mickey wants to be a police officer someday so that he can drive around and help people. He knows he'll always be on the move. Here he is in the classroom with the teacher, and here is some of Mickey's artwork. That's very, very good. That's a policeman on a motorcycle. He did an excellent job, don't you think? I do. He's very talented. When Mickey rides his bike home at the end of his first day, his mom is excited to hear about how well everything went. For the whole first week, Mickey shares his school stories with her each day as they travel from soccer practice to tennis and swimming. There's Mickey and his mom, and he's talking to his mom about his day at school. Do you do that too with your parents? I hope so. They want to know what's going on in school and how you're doing. Everything seems great, so Mickey's mom is surprised when she gets a call a few days later from Mickey's teacher. Mickey's been sneaking into the library for lunch. Mickey's mom is puzzled. She knows Mickey is happy in class and at home, and that he has great friends. Why would he sneak off? Here she is. She just got a call from the teacher, his mom, and this picture shows how many friends he has and how active he is. And she's not sure why he would sneak off like that to the library to eat lunch. Aha! The cafeteria, is it very noisy? Mickey's mom asked. Well, there are a lot of kids buzzing around, getting meals, and talking to each other, Mickey's teacher says thoughtfully. That explains it, Mickey's mom replies. Since Mickey's cochlear implants don't distinguish sounds the exact same way as most people's ears, noisy places are much harder to deal with. Yes, that makes sense. But no one can eat in the library, Mickey's teacher cries. Here she is, the mom, talking with the teacher about Mickey and how he really can't go into the library and eat lunch. But he's having a hard time hearing well in the cafeteria because there's just too much noise going on. The school is big, but so is the whole world, Mickey's mom says. Everyone needs a little extra planning to make sure they have everything they need to be happy and healthy. Mickey's mom, his teacher, and his friends all sit down and help Mickey brainstorm a solution. Here they are. She's talking with the teacher again on the phone. And here they are sitting down, talking about what could they possibly do to help Mickey, since he can't eat lunch in the library. The next day, Mickey and Lola and all of their friends find a quieter table tucked away where they can all enjoy lunch and have conversations with each other. When they're all done eating, they're on the move together. They have special permission to go to the library for an even quieter space to have fun. See? Here they are in the cafeteria right here, in a little corner of the cafeteria so it's not quite as loud and they'll be able to hear better. And after lunch, they got permission. They can go to the library and have a quieter time together. Do you like going to the library too? I certainly do. Well, Mother Goose loves to read stories, so you know I do. And the end. Here they are, sitting in the library and quietly being with each other and enjoying reading or getting on the computer. Oh, that was such a lovely story, wasn't it? Let me tell you a little bit about the author. Born and raised in Chicago, Michelle Miata Wagner was always a very positive and outgoing woman. Her energetic love for children and zest for life is admired by everyone who knows her. After discovering her son was profoundly deaf in both ears, she made it her mission to get him what he needed to live his best life. After Mickey's bilateral cochlear implant surgery, the journey truly began. Together, Michelle and her son Mickey went for years of extensive private speech lessons in different locations and attended specialized schools far from their home, allowing Mickey to progress and be mainstreamed with individualized help at the school in his town, St. Helena. Michelle is a realtor whose career background involves restaurants and always helping other people. She has dedicated time and support to charities and events to help other children with hearing loss and helps families work through the different approaches of raising a special needs child in a typical environment. Today, Mickey, who this story is about, is thriving at school and is social with his friends. Michelle coaches his soccer team, that's his mom, Michelle, and makes sure that Mickey has the courage to be his optimal self. Well, there's a picture of her and Mickey, Miss Michelle and Mickey, her son. And it's just a lovely book that she's written. I think it's just wonderful. And here they are sitting in the car again. That looks just like them. It surely does. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book. Did you enjoy it? Next month I'm going to be reading a different story, okay? So let's see. We have time for maybe a short fairy tale? Okay, Mother Goose, stay right there. We actually can sing some songs if you want. Watch. Come here, my baby. Oh, let's see where we are here. Okay.
Here, sweetheart. I'm going to tell you some of your favorite nursery rhymes. Let's start off with Humpty Dumpty. Humpty
Dumpty
sat on
on
a
a
wall.
wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Now, how about Hickory Dickory Dock?
Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
Next, let's do Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
Oh, I know. Let's do Little Bo Peep.
Little Bo Peep lost his sheep, don't know where to find them. Leave them alone, and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them.
Last but not least, Twinkle, Twinkle.
We know this.
Twinkle,
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Sweet dreams, my darling. Good night.
Thank you, my little Mother Goose. Wasn't that fun? I bet you didn't know that she could sing like that, huh? Let's see what we have. We have some nursery rhymes too. And we'll find ones that I don't think I've read before. Let's see what we have, okay? What classic rhymes. Well, we just sang Humpty Dumpty, so we don't have to do that one again. Or Jack and Jill. You see? That's both of those right there. What else ones do we have? Let's see. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. You like that one? How about there was a little girl? There was a little girl, and she had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. But when she was bad, she was horrid. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle right up to his middle and never went there again. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. Let's see. I'll show you the pictures of those too, right here. Right here. There we are. Let's see. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Here's another one. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and how do you think they got there? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. They all jumped out of a rotten potato. It was enough to make a man stare. Yeah. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. 2:30 is much too late. Get it done by 8:30. You like that one? Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Johnny shall have a new master. He shall have but a penny a day because he can't work any faster. You probably do that, right? You do this when you go to the playground. A seesaw, huh? Yes. Oh, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. So she gave them some broth without any bread, and she whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. Tom, Tom, the piper's son, stole a pig and away he ran. The pig was eat and Tom was beat, and Tom went roaring down the street. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe in the middle of the night, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Every fiddler had a fine fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3. Did you enjoy that one? I did. Well, I want to mention this book one more time, Mickey on the Move by Michelle Wagner, illustrated by Jenny Phelps. And I want to thank them both for letting me have this wonderful book to read to you today. Now remember, you'll be able to see me read this again on Facebook and also on Acadiana's Mother Goose YouTube channel. So get your mom or your dad to make sure that you can go on there, okay? And you can hear me read a lot of other wonderful books. Again, though, I do want to thank Michelle and her son Mickey, because it's such a wonderful book. I really did enjoy it. And it's truly a heartfelt story that will inspire you. Let's see. And I just love the pictures, don't you? Yes. Oh, it's just great. I'm going to read it again later, okay? When I get home, because it's such a good book. And it was, remember, it was it won a Mom's Choice Award that honors excellent. Leader's favorite, 5 stars. And I want to thank Miss Jenny Phelps for the beautiful illustrations. She did just a wonderful job. Oh, let's see. And next month, I will be reading a story about a red tricycle. Okay? You're going to enjoy that one a lot. I know you will. So, what we have here, let's see, maybe one more thing here. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor doggie a bone, but when she got there, the cupboard was bare, so her poor little doggie had none. Uh-oh, poor little doggie, oh my goodness. Let's see. What do we have? Well, I hope you enjoyed this too. It's my nursery rhyme treasury, classic nursery rhymes to share. Okay? And it's a collection of my favorite nursery rhymes. Well, thank you again. And remember, think about getting this book. It's wonderful. Thank you. Bye. See you next month. Bye.